After the set UID bit, the second category of special bit we are having is the set GID bit. So with this bit, when it is going to get set, the file is executed by the non-owners with the exact same privileges as that of the group members have. So now this time we are going to work on the second triplet now. So first of all, how we are going to enable as well as disable the set GID bit. So the command is same, that is chmod, and how we are going to enable with the numeric value, that is 2. This is the absolute method. So in the absolute method we are using the numeric value as 2. So 2 is basically used for the set GID bit. Similarly, if you want to enable the set GID bit in the with the help of symbolic method, so how you are going to use the symbols? So G was representing the honor group, and a plus symbol, so we want to enable, so plus symbol will be used. And what is this S represent the set GID bit now. So the next, this particular field is for the argument, the name of the file name on which you want to enable the set GID bit. So now how you can disable the set GID bit? So you can disable numerically with the help of this 0. Earlier you were using 2 for enabling, now for disabling you will be using 0. And symbolically, how you will disable? Simply you have to use the minus symbol, that is chmod G minus S and the argument name. Let us see practically how this set GID bit works. Okay, let us see first of all what are the default files in which this set GID bit is already enabled. So the very first of all, we are going to see the location only. The command file name we are having is wall. Basically, wall command is used to broadcast a message to all the logged in users. So by default, normal users are allowed this privilege because the presence of set GID bit flag on this particular file. So which means that whatever the users are logged in, they are open to send any kind of greeting message to the other users who are logged in. So why they are able to send the messages? Because by default this particular file is having the set GID bit enabled. So let us see this thing also. usr slash bin and slash wall. So now you can see the second triplet which is for the owing group. So this particular highlighted S. So now this means that the set GID bit is by default enabled. So when I'm going to disable this, so let me try to disable this. Again, the command is same, and how we can disable it? Symbol we are using is G minus S, and the file name with the complete path we have to give, and the name of the file is wall. So it has been disabled. You can check once again. So see, it has been disabled now, which means that now the normal users are not able to send the messages using this wall command. So which means that this file is still executable. So you can see that this file is still executable by the non-owners. However, it will prevent the regular non-owner users for sending out the messages, as they have lost the special you can say privilege. That special privilege is our this set GID bit only. So now you can try again how you can again set this particular special GID bit. So using the plus symbol. So numerically I told you how you can numerically you can enable as well as disable using the value 2. So again it has been enabled. Now you can check, see S is again occurring in the second triplet which belongs to the group. So if you want to find more files in the system which is having this GID bit already enabled, so the command we are having is find slash space hyphen perm space hyphen 2, which is used for the group 000. So these all are the files in which already set GID bit is enabled. So this is the example we have taken, that is wall. Similarly, right we are having, So locate command we have used to locating the files and all. So all these files are having already set GID bit enabled. So now let's try another example in which we will try with the another file in which set GID bit is not enabled. So we will go with the directory part only. So like we have done in the set UID, the file name was make directory. So how can we check /usr/bin/mkdir? So you can see this thing. So the second triplet, the S is not there, which means that by default, this is disabled in the case of mkdir. Set GID bit is disabled. Now we will see, we will create one directory from the normal user terminal. Let us suppose I'm creating one directory of name, again suppose SAT. Suppose I'm creating one directory of name SAT. So let me check whether I'm having anything inside this. So see, our directory has been created. Our directory has been created with the honors. Suppose honor is again the username Manpreet, and who is the owing group? Again the Manpreet only. So we are talking about this particular parameter. Here the change will occur. So let us see how this change is going to occur. Okay, first of all, let me go towards this user, that is Manpreet. Okay, now what was there? So this was the directory which was made by user Manpreet. So let me move inside this directory now. Okay, I am inside the directory of particular directory which was made by the user Manpreet. So there is nothing inside it. So let us create one file. Suppose touch A. I'm creating one file over here. Now let's check who is the owner and who is the owing group over here. So who is the owner? The root is the owner because we are working at the side of this owner only. And who is the owing group? This particular uh, root only. So now let us, so right now there is no set GID bit has been enabled or disabled. It is already disabled only. So now let us enable the set GID bit. So how we can enable? So chmod from the user side I'm talking about, user chmod G plus S. So this is was the command we have done, and on which directory you want to make it. Suppose SAT slash. So when I'm going to move inside this directory, so you can see this. So you can see this set GID has been set over here. Now when I'm again going to move toward the root user side, again try to create any new file over here. Suppose this time I'm creating the file name of B. Now again when I'm going to check the details regarding B, now this time it is showing that who is the owing group over here? Root. So as you have seen for the A file also, before when I enable that set GID, who was the owing group over here? Root. So this is how the set GID works, which means that this particular group has been changed. Or before this, you can say when I enabled this, the owing group was root, and when I enabled that particular GID bit, so this root has been this particular group has been changed to the same. So when again I'm going to suppose disable this, suppose I am again going to disable this, let me create another file this time. Suppose touch C. So let me check who is the owing group this time. So see, again, it is root only, which means that this particular directory belongs to root only. Here, when I enable that particular directory, which means that when the root is going to create any of the directory, which means that that directory is having the owing group of Manpreet. So I hope you got the concept of the set GID. Okay, guys, the last type of special permission we are having is the sticky bit on the public directories, which means that only the owner of the file or the directory or the root user is having the privileges to delete or rename the file, which means that no other user can delete or can copy any of the file which is created by some other user. So this is the sticky bit we are having. So it is meant for the directories only. Now we will see how we can enable or disable, as we have done in the case of set UID and set GID. First of all, how we are going to enable this sticky bit. So if I'm going to use the this octal method or the absolute method. So first of all, this one value we are using for the sticky bit only. So the syntax is chmod 1755 and the argument, that is the directory name. So this is how we can enable the sticky bit. If you want to enable it with the help of symbolic method, in the symbolic method we will use the symbols like O and T. O, which is for the others, and T, which is we are using for to represent the sticky bit. And if I want to enable, I will use the plus symbol. So if I want to disable it, if in the disabling, we will be using the 0 in the case of absolute method. And if I want to use a symbolic method, I will be using the minus symbol instead of the plus now. Chmod O minus T and the argument name, that is directory name. Let us see the practical implementation now. In the practical implementation, first of all, we will see what are the directories which are having the by default sticky bit enabled or disabled. So let us take any of the example. Suppose I'm taking the example of /tmp as well as /var/tmp. So these are the two directories we are having. So we can see very clearly this, especially the last triplet, which is meant for the others. So T is visible to us, which means that sticky bit is by default enabled for this particular directory, that is /tmp as well as /var/tmp. Let us see another example. Suppose I am using this time the var. So you can see in the last triplet, which is for the others, this T is not visible, which means that sticky bit is not enabled for the directory, that is /var. Now how we can enable the sticky bit for this particular directory? So we have seen the syntax for this, that is chmod. So suppose if you want to use the absolute method, so absolute method, we will be using the value 1755. So which means that now sticky bit will be enabled for the directory, that is /var. So how we are going to confirm this? So see, now it is visible. Earlier it was not there in the last triplet of the others, but right now it is visible to us, which means that any of the file or the subdirectory, if I'm creating inside the /var directory, only the owner or the root user will be having the privilege to delete that particular file or directory inside the /var directory. So how we can disable it again? So if I want to disable it, suppose this time I'm using the symbolic representation. So in the symbolic representation, we know we are using the O symbol minus T. So again, if I want to confirm this, so see, again this mode has been changed from 1755 to 0755, which means that now again this particular sticky bit has been disabled. So let us try the experiment now with this slash tmp file directory. So let me clear the screen first of all for you. So uh, first of all, we will see what are the default permissions for the slash tmp directory. So right now it is the sticky bit is enabled for the slash tmp directory. So it means whatever the file I'm going to make inside this particular directory, it means that no other user will be able to delete any of the file or directory. So which means that we have to switch to the another user. Suppose that another user I'm having in my system is guest2. So when I'm going to first of all move inside this particular directory, so I'm going to make one directory of name, suppose line. So this one particular directory is existing in the system. So let me check. Yes, it is existing in the system with all these permission. You can see there is no sticky bit for this particular directory, but it is visible, or it is available for this particular directory, that is slash tmp. So let me switch to one another user which is again available in my system, that is guest3. Earlier I am working with the guest2. Now I am switching to the guest3. So it is asking for the password, giving the valid password. So I am able to log in with the guest3 user now. So now I will try to remove this directory which was made by the guest2. So how I'm going to delete this directory with the command rmdir, and the directory name was line. So see, it is giving me the option that operation is not permitted. So why I am getting this option? Because sticky bit is enabled for the directory, that is slash tmp. So if I'm going to show you the who is the owner as well as who is the group owner for this particular directory. So see, you can see guest2 as well as owing group is guest2 for the directory line. So we were trying with the guest3 to remove or to delete this particular directory, and the result we are getting is operation is not permitted. So let me disable this sticky bit now. So how I am going to disable this? Very simple. With the symbolic representation O minus T, and the option we are using is directory name is the slash tmp. So it is disabled now. So you can confirm from here also. So see, this hyphen this particular last triplet is not having the T, which is used for the this sticky bit. Now again we are switching to the same user. Now we will try to remove the directory of guest2 from the guest3. Now you can see I am logged in as the guest3. So guest3 try to remove now the directory of the user guest2. Now you can see this operation is working successfully. If I'm going to view this directory, that is line -d, so it is giving me there is no such file or directory, which means that this particular directory has been removed now by the another user if this sticky bit is disabled. So this is how the sticky bit is actually working now. So you can find some another, you can say the files and directories in which already the sticky bit is enabled. So what is the command for that? The command is find slash hyphen type, then we are having is the option of D, then hyphen PERM space hyphen 1000. This one is used for the sticky bit. The value one is for the sticky bit, as we have seen in the starting also. The command is basically for those files or directory which is having the already sticky bit enabled. So it is showing all those files and directories. These all are the files and directories in which the sticky bit is already enabled. So these all are the files we have seen in the temp directory. So I hope you got the working of the this sticky bit now. So guys, those who are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel also and give your comments as well as share this video to your friend circle. So thank you so much.